video number 1, I suggest going back to that and then sort of working your way through the series numerically. My name's Gretchen from Balance to the Core, and today we're going to talk about Transverse Abdominus. So there's 4 layers to the abdominals. The top layer, which we call like sort of the superficial muscle, more so because it's our 6-pack abs. It's what people, when they come in to see me, say, I want 6-pack abs. So it's sort of the one that gives us a look. But it's also the one that really serves no real purpose. It's a moving muscle. We want to work the stabilizing muscles in Pilates. We want to work those deep muscles that are attached to the bones, because those are the ones that support us, and they're the ones that keep us young and healthy. So the transverse abdominis is actually the lowest muscle, and it's below the oblique muscles, and our oblique muscles are the ones that sort of twist us. So the transverse abdominis wraps around our body like a corset. So it's the 360-degree muscle. It's attached to the spine. It wraps all the way around our body. So when your Pilates instructor says for you to, pull in like a corset, what we're trying to do is to activate that lowest abdominal muscle that protects the spine, that stabilizes the spine, and that protects our organs. Okay, so let's try to tap into that muscle today. Let's lie down on our back. So in my first video, we talked about neutral pelvis, so I want you to find neutral pelvis here. Place your hands right on your hip bones, and then go in 1 inch from both hip bones. And let's try to tap into the muscle that's right here. So we're going to try to see if we can feel the transverse abdominis. So what I want you to do is give yourself a little cough. Did you feel something sort of jump? Try it again. Another way to do it is like give yourself a giggle. You sort of feel there's a little muscle. And for those that haven't tapped into that ever, it's going to be hard. Just keep trying it. Okay. So we want to try to tighten that muscle. So what I want you to do is give yourself a cough again, find that muscle, and at the end of that cough, tighten. Keep it tight. Don't let it go. So notice what happens when you do that. If you can keep your pelvis neutral, pull in and tighten that muscle. And notice this when you're there, I also sort of visualize like my hip bones and sort of trying to pull my hip bones towards each other. That also helps me get into that muscle. So see if that helps you as well. But the transverse it comes from side to side, but it also wraps around the whole body. So you also want to feel like that front and back. So feel front and back as well as side to side and sort of pull it in. Like I had lots of rubber bands around your belly and I'm making them tighter and tighter and tighter, okay? So try to keep that as well as keeping your spine neutral, and try those toe taps that we did yesterday or last week. So you're going to pull up and lower down, and you're keeping that transversus tight. Inhale, prepare, exhale, tighten it up, and then pull. And notice how much more challenging it is than just holding neutral pelvis. Inhale, exhale, tighten, stabilize, and lower. So keep doing this. So just practicing this, we're bringing awareness to that muscle and we're strengthening it. So we're strengthening the innermost muscle that helps keep our back strong. So if you have a lot of back pain, just like general pain, not like serious stuff, it could be due to weak abdominal muscles. And when we say weak abdominal muscles, we don't mean that rectus abdominis, that moving one. We mean the lowest ones, and that's why doctors can recommend Pilates. Try a few more. It gets tough when you're doing it right. Now, if anything starts to sort of pop out, you've lost that engagement. So just go back, settle in, find it again. Now hold that there, and now we're going to bring the other one up. So take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull in, stabilize that pelvis. Holy cow. Now if you lost anything, if it shifted, go back down, get yourself settled yet. It's really important to get the initiation correct. And hold there. All right, tap down and release. Okay, now try with the opposite leg first. Inhale, prepare, exhale, stabilize, wrap in, and as you exhale, lift, and lift, and lower, and lower. So notice we're doing the same exercises as we did the first time, but now it's much more challenging, adding that other element of the transversus. Okay, so now we're going to hold up and we're going to hold tabletop. Now squeeze those legs together. Bring your arms down by your sides. You can also keep them up on those hips if you need to feel it, because it's definitely whatever gets you in tune with your body. So now take an inhale as you let those knees just go a few inches away from you. You're going to feel that low belly pull. And then exhale, pull back into neutral. Be careful when you pull in. You're not rolling the back flat, okay? Keep that neutral spine. Keep that little curve in the spine. Keep working here. You also want to be careful you don't start gripping in other places of your body, like your shoulders and your neck. I like to say, find peace in your body when things get difficult. And usually your breath will help with that. Keep wrapping that corset in tighter. It's very easy to roll that low back. But remember that idea of the hip socket. You're just pulling away from the hip socket. The pelvis doesn't move. The back doesn't move. Okay, 2 more. I think this is 10. I lose count often, but I'm starting to shake. 1 more time. And lower down. Lower one leg down, lower the other leg down. Good. All right, so let's turn it to all fours now. So we're just working stabilizing of the pelvis here. So holding right here, pulling the belly in and getting that pelvis neutral. So all 4 points should have equal weight. Your back should be flat. Be careful you're not tilting. Take an inhale here. Exhale, pick in your belly and wrap those hip bones towards each other. Take another inhale, and then on your exhale, wrap in like a corset more. So that 360 degrees, pull in from all directions. Now hold it super stable and reach your right leg back behind you. All right? Now hold that there, and you're now going to lift one leg up, and if you find that you shifted, then just keep the leg down and concentrate on just holding stability. Lift up and lower. Lift and lower. So in a bunch of my videos, I do a lot of leg lifts. What I see often in my classes is this. Right? See what my back's doing? We're talking stable pelvis, we're talking transversus. See if you can make those connections as you're lifting your leg. Do 2 more. You really need breath. And then bring it back in. And hopefully when you bring it back in, you don't have to shift. All right, find the stability. Pull your belly in and reach. Get stable. Another thing that I see, so just start to move, is when you start to sink in your other hip. As you sink into your hip, well, your pelvis shifts. And that causes a lot of pain and injury. So it's really important to hold stable. So if you're moving that leg and you find yourself out of alignment, go back to just holding the stability. That's work. When you're really making a connection with your breath and your engagement, it's work to go back to the basics. Try a few more here. Try not to sink into the side. Keep your pelvis parallel with the floor. And wrap in that corset. And then bring it back in. So from here, I want you to lower down to your elbows so that both elbows are right underneath your shoulders. All right, and then I'm going to walk my feet back to my neutral pelvis, where my pelvis is lined with my spine. My hip bones and pubic bone are parallel with the floor, but now I want to wrap in that corset. Wrap it in here and get it tight and hold. If you need to drop to your knees and hold. Make sure you don't lose the alignment of the pelvis though. And just focus on that 360-degree pull in. Breathe and pull in. You also have a pelvic floor muscle. That muscle of like when you have to sort of pee and you want to hold it in. That will help with the 360 degrees. We're working against gravity here, so it's really easy to let that belly pooch. But wrap in that corset. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just sort of push it back and release. Good job. Yay, nice job. Listen, if you have any questions with any of that, just please, ask away in the comments. But if you like this video, please give me a like, subscribe to this channel. I do new workouts every week. And if you're interested in more full workouts, come join my core club. Your first 2 weeks are free, and there's a link here where you could go check out all the information. But pelvic floor and now transverses, so we have 2 elements that we now can work with. So try this video all week and really get in tune with the transverses. All right, so thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week with the next element. All right, take care.